and start recording. All right, let's do this. If it'll let me. I need to set up a Spotify page. I gotta remind myself to do that. It's now 5:09 a.m. I have work at 6 in the morning. 6. So let's see how this works. While I open Minecraft. Well, while I open the game here, I just want to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Nate. This is a new podcast-ish thing that I'm starting. Let me think about my intro before I actually do that. Why is it full screen? What the hell? No, I don't want full screen. Stop that. Stop that right now. Let's fix that. Damn, that was so close to being perfect. And just a little further. Boom. We're all good. All right, let's open this up. Oh, why did it do that? A little bit further. Come on, a little bit more. That's a good boy. All right, cool. Let's do this. Minecraft Mondays sometimes. All right, let's open the old throat pipes back up again. Hi. Hello, you glorious bastards. My name is Nate, and welcome to a new little series that I'm starting. That I have no idea what the hell this is going to be called, but this can easily be what's it called? But if you ever watched Markiplier, then you would. If you've ever watched me, then you know I like to rip off Markiplier a lot, and this can easily be compared to his Power Wash Pals podcast that he does. This is a podcast / video series where I literally just sit here and yap. I sit here, play Minecraft on my Minecraft Mondays. Computer. This is where I sit here and I build on my Minecraft Mondays world that I do over on Twitch, twitch.tv/natemglive. Go follow. And I sit here and I talk about life over here on Spotify and YouTube, where I just do the stuff that needs to be done. And over on Twitch, I mentioned today that I needed to build a little bridge right over here. This perfect little area. And if you're on Spotify and you're listening, then don't you worry. I'm gonna keep things audible as well. But it is currently 5:11 in the morning. I have work at 6 in the morning where I have to go clock into my shift at the fucking car wash of all places. And I am not looking forward to that at all. Dear God, I cannot wait until I finish my electrician apprenticeship. Jesus Christ. I say finish. I haven't even started that. Most people don't know that I am aspiring. Aspiring is a strong word, but I am trying to become an electrician. That is the nearest career that I can see in my future. I did try college. In case you, before I start ranting, let me clarify a couple of things. My name is Nate MG. I go by that on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitch, on any social media platform that I'm on. That is what I go by. My real name is Nate. I'm not going to say my last name. I've said it before, but these jobs will find me if they run a background check, so let me not. And I did YouTube consistently for about 3 years. I've been on it for a total of 6 years. In fact, this month, it'll have been 6 years in July. I've been doing YouTube for about 6 years now, and I have gotten really nowhere with it. It's been 2 years since I've done it consistently, and recently I've been wanting to really take it by storm again. And a big contributor to that, which is what I talked about today on stream, but I'll touch up on it today in this podcast, is I have been unmedicated for the last 2 years for my ADHD. And yes, if you watch Markiplier, you can already see the off-brand comparisons happening now, because no, I am not faking. I don't know why people would think this, but I want to put this out there. I do have ADHD. I very much do. I was diagnosed a while ago, and I've been medicated since middle school. But when my health insurance got cut off, that was no longer able to be afforded. Like, I can't afford that shit. Between my car payments and my insurance and my phone, and I can't afford health insurance, much less the medication, which is about $400 a month. So whenever I stopped being able to take ADHD medication, it was right around the time I finished high school. And was also right around the time I stopped taking YouTube as serious, even though I was making some pretty decent progress. And, well, one thing led to another, and I crashed. I stopped making YouTube videos. I tried going to school, dropped out, took a year to myself, just worked, made money, paid a little bit of my car off, went back to school, dropped out again, had an existential crisis. You guys have heard this story a million times. So, this is me putting all that to rest. That is officially what I want to do. I want to just put it all away, say goodnight, and never, ever bring it up ever again. Because that is an era of my life that is over. I want to have a fresh start. I want to start moving forward again as I build a stupid little bridge, which I'm definitely not going to finish by the time I need to go to work. So consider this a shitty pilot episode. But I really want to take this seriously again. YouTube content creation, as stupid as it sounds, it meant something to me my whole life. Thank you. It's meant something to me my whole life, and I just can't ever let it go. I've tried. I sincerely have tried to let it go. I thought my life would be easier without it, but I always come back to it. No matter how many breaks I take, no matter how easy life does get without it, it gets too easy. It gets too meaningless without creating anything. And I think a lot of the times that's why you see comparisons of me and Markiplier, is because we share the same ideologies. Whether they were imposed on me by him or I had them and heavily relate to him, I don't know. You can make that argument all you want. I truthfully don't know. I am trying to be my own content creator. But it's very hard when you have ADHD and you love the things that you make, but the things that you make require consistency and require you to have your head in the right space, and you literally can't do that. Did you just hurt yourself? That was a bunny that just fell on my head. Jesus Christ. And it's difficult. It's really difficult to do that, especially when you have oh dear God, there's a big fucking behemoth going near me. Jesus Christ. It's really hard when you have a lot very severe ADHD like I do, and it's not an excuse, but rather an explanation, I'd rather say. I do fully think that ADHD is not a complete inhibitor. I think that you can exist with ADHD without medication. You just can't do things as well as you could if you were on medication or you didn't have ADHD. Not to take anything away from people who are neurotypical. I'm sure people who are neurotypical also have their struggles, and I'm not trying to take that away from them. But with ADHD, it's his own special kind of hell. I would say that. And after officially being medicated, unmedicated for, I mean, I've lived both of those lives for a specific amount of time. I can say it's hard. It's really difficult to just function with ADHD. It's hard. And I know I've talked about this with my friends, and shit, a couple of my friends don't even believe it's a real thing. But I mean, the more and more I've done research into it, I've been reading books, I've been reading, I mean, just web posts on medical forums, and I mean, as fucking reliable as those are, I don't know, but I mean, I try to keep my research on psychiatrists and psychologists, but it's very interesting when you go into the depths of it and realizing what causes your inability to exist. What causes the fact that I've never really done well in school. I've never really been able to take school seriously because I always just thought I was dumb. In reality, my brain is just wired differently. It's interesting. It's very interesting, and I started to realize that. And it's nice to see. It's nice to see that I'm validated in my failures, but I also don't want it to be that defines me, if that makes sense. I want to take control again, and I guess that's what brings me to today's topic. Is I want success unmedicated. I want, one of my biggest things when I was originally doing YouTube the first time was I wanted to prove that YouTube, any content creation dream that you could ever want, was possible. My motto used to be rise above. I used to sit here for hours at a time talking to my viewers about how you can rise above. It's not impossible. And in the end of the day, I ended up failing, and I ended up kind of, I feel like, making everyone lose faith in me. And then I look back, and it really fucking bums me out that I did fall into that trap, and I did really lose everyone like that. Like, I had a whole following, as crazy as that sounds, and I feel like I lost a lot of them along the way. But I mean, maybe some of you are still here. I don't know. See, Amber, I haven't seen you in a minute, but I hope you are still here. I hope you're doing good. A lot of my original viewers, I sat here and I talked for hours at a time about how everything is possible. And even with medication, I couldn't do it. And my point is, I've always been a huge contributor in the idea that anything is possible. Anything you set your mind to, even if that anything has to do with wanting to succeed without medication. Because for a lot of us out there, I know I'm not the only one, medication isn't an option. It's expensive. It's costly. It's costly. It affects you horribly. I know certain medications I can't take. I've been through about 3 and I finally found one that works for me. I was on Vyvanse, in case anyone cares. Adderall was too much. Concerta was too much. It made me feel like a brain dead zombie. But Vyvanse actually did the thing I needed it to do. It locked me in. It was very quiet when I took Vyvanse, and that's the best way I can describe it. Is I was in my own head and the chaos was gone. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It was silent and I could actually focus on doing my work. I wasn't forgetting things. I was actually doing stuff. I was working, and I don't know, it's insane. And also, don't mind my horrible building skills, please, for the love of God. I know that's not the point, but dear God, I don't know how to do anything in Minecraft. But I mean, I've tried making that known. But yeah, I mean, medication's necessary almost. Like, that's how it feels to take it. But at the end of the day, it's not always an option. And I want to kind of prove that I can exist and succeed without medication. And so that's what a lot of the research I've been doing recently has been leading up to, is because I mean, I can't afford it. And I know I've been saying the same thing over and over and over again, but like, that's just the truth, is I can't afford it. What are my options? So soon, very soon, I'm not going to release this until the first, I guess, entry of this, what I'm about to tell you is actually out. But I am making a almost docu-series, I would say. That's like the closest thing I can describe it as, about unmedicated success and trying to take your world back, trying to prove you're not stupid, I guess is the right term. Trying to say to myself that I can exist without medication and I can do it properly because I don't need it anymore. I can do it without it. And that's essentially going to come out every week, or at least that's the plan, is try to get it to come out every week. Almost like a film. I want it to feel almost like a film, between voiceovers and B-roll, and kind of give it a cinematic look. And this is also low-key an excuse for me to learn DaVinci Resolve, because I can't with Premiere Pro. I can't afford Premiere Pro. It's so expensive. That's what I learned on. But it is just too expensive. It's too costly. And at the end of the day, that is what it comes down to, because on top of the docuseries, I mean, there's a reason I'm doing the docuseries, is that is my replacement for medication. That's the one thing that I feel like if I can get that to be a constant in my life, I can really focus again. I can have something to look forward to, and I can have something that drives me and gets me out of bed in the morning. And there's a couple of things that I hope to achieve with the docuseries, and I hope to achieve with a constant again. And number one is a schedule. Not just an upload schedule, but also a schedule in which I can go to bed at a specific time, wake up at a specific time. I've never been good about that. Even in my school days, even my high school days, middle school days, whatever. I was always horrible about waking up, going to bed on time. And I used to use YouTube as an excuse, when in reality, I could make time in the day to do the same things I would stay up late and do for YouTube. I could make time in the day. I just never did. I always use the excuse of, oh, YouTube. I didn't need to stay up until 3 in the morning editing. I didn't. I could have woken up early and done that. Like, it could have very easily been done by waking up in the morning and doing it, but I chose to stay up late. And then that caused my grades to fall off, my health to fall off, everything, and it cycled. And I feel like if I can really take control again, I can stop that butterfly effect from taking effect, and I can really focus on the small things that really add up and create a bigger, smarter, more cohesive flow of things in my life. And there's a couple of things that I want to achieve, and they all cycle around the very first thing being a schedule. Those things, I'm not gonna know them all by the top of my head because keep in mind I'm doing this at 5:30 in the morning. I have work in 30 minutes, so in 15 minutes I gotta wrap this up. But one of those goals is finances. As a 20, I'm not 20 yet. I'm 19, but in a month I will be 20. But that's so weird to say. As a 20-year-old, my finances are not the best. Right? I still live with my mom. And that's not really a diss nowadays. I know the economy's bad. I know a lot of people still live with their parents, and I know not many people are gonna diss me for that. But there are also a lot of people that will fucking diss me for that. That will say, "Wow, fucking nerd, you live with your parents at 20, pussy." And then the thing is, like, I agree with them on that almost. Like, I feel like it is kind of a bad thing to be living with my mom. Like, I feel like I should be supporting myself, but that's the first. I guess that's the first sign of my financials doing bad. Second sign, I am about $9,000 in debt as of right now, and I as Caleb Hammer would say, it's okay debt. It's not bad debt. It's technically good debt if we're talking, in those terms. It is an auto loan. It is for a 2012 Honda Civic that had 33,000 miles on it when I bought it. So it's not a horrible deal. Everybody calm down. Any car guys out there would say, you found a Honda Civic, a 2012 Honda Civic with 30,000 miles on it. How much did you pay for that? No, I'll get to that. For specifics, I paid $12,000 on a 9% interest loan, and keep in mind, I was my first time buying a car. Of course, my interest is gonna be high. Fuck off. But I am now down to about $8,500 on my loan. I think that was the last time I checked my balance, and my card payment's actually due in 2 days, so I'll be reminded of that. But that's the current financial position that I'm in, and I do have a full-time job, which has I will be clocking into in 30 minutes. As I've said before, I'm so sorry. I will shut up now. So I'm trying to take it. The job pays shit, but it is a job. So I'm trying to take my wins where I can. This was after I was laid off of my last full-time job, which paid significantly more and gave me more benefits, more closure, but I got fired. I mean, and it was my fault. It was partially my fault. So I can't really blame them necessarily for that. It was on me. But I'm not. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. I need, oh God, dear God, I need dirt or something. Weird brain break. It's weird doing this and just like, I don't know, playing a Minecraft world just to play Minecraft world. Like I want to do weird side projects like this bridge whenever I just am bored and have nothing to do. I just want to sit here and yap and build a bridge. I don't know. It's nice. But I understand why Mark does the power wash sim thing now. Hey, look at that. It's a little bridge. Nice. It's kind of ghetto, but it's fine. But yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm not in school at the moment. I did just get my apprentice electrician license, which if you live in Texas, is not that big of a feat by any means. It just means I went online and I got my license. That's all it means. But I did do it, so I'm one step closer. I just need someone that'll hire me now. But when that happens, hey, I will be an electrician. I will be on my way to becoming an electrician, which is nicer. It's nice to know that I'm actually, I have a path going forward. Because for the last year, I mean, I had a big anxiety episode, which is my first time dealing with anxiety. And if you're someone that thinks anxiety isn't real, I will self-report. I was one of you. I was convinced anxiety was a social construct. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, shoot me. All right, yeah, I get it. I was a jackass. I understand. But I guess I never really understood the idea of anxiety, because what do you mean? You know that nothing's wrong, but like you think something's wrong. Like what do you, like nothing, you're fine. Stop tweaking. I never understood that until last year. The entire first half of 2024 until probably about this time last year, I was suffering from major anxiety. Again, unmedicated. it was probably the worst time of my life, and I say that with full sincerity. That was the worst time of my life, and after that, my life just went even more downhill. As crazy as that seems, last August, I lost 13 videos for when my passion was reignited, and then it killed it. I lost 13 videos in a hard drive failure. Then, which doesn't really matter. But when you spend 8 hours on a video each, I feel like if you put that into context, like I lost 13 full 8-hour shifts, unpaid. Like if that makes sense. I don't know. You'd be pissed if you lost if 13 8-hour shifts just casually disappeared from your paycheck. You'd be pissed too. So yeah, I was mad. I didn't let that define me though. I tried to get back up until I think it was fucking 6 days after that. I was like August 28th. It was literally on my birthday that I lost those videos. I was in the ER, racked up some pretty decent medical debt, which is gone now, thank God. And then a couple days after that, I stopped being able to walk for about 3 months. I had to walk with a cane for a while, if you guys remember that saga on my YouTube channel. In case you're wondering, I am fine now. I do not walk with a cane anymore. I still have the cane in my car, just in case. My fear is, as weird as this sounds, because again, I don't have health insurance. I never got this checked out. As weird as this sounds, I think it might be temperature based. I don't know how to prove this, but it started when the temperature started getting colder. And then throughout my time whenever I did try going back to college, because I was on campus and I was walking around in the cold, it was a big ass campus, and my leg would just fucking seize. Like it was weird. I never really explained what happened to my leg, but it seemed like almost it was painful to use, but it also felt like the muscle was too weak to use. Even if I tried to thug through the pain, like sometimes the muscle just genuinely was too weak to use. But other times it was perfectly fine. It would like spike at random occasions, and I hated it because I pretty much had to walk around with a cane sheathed over my back like a fucking poser. And I don't know, I feel like people looked at me weird because of that, especially at work whenever I eventually got fired. Which I can't prove it was because of that, but I don't know. But yeah, that all happened, and eventually I started being able to use my leg consistently again back in like March, I guess. March was the first time I was able to really stop using my cane. And that was really relieving for me, considering I still couldn't afford to go to the doctor. That was back, and then again, that's when I started working again, was back in March. I went 6 months unemployed. I just DoorDashed to pay my car. Whether or not insurance is paid is up in the air. Who knows? I will not legally disclose that information. But I just DoorDashed hella, made money, and then January, and then 2025 so far has just been picking up the pieces. And I guess I'm officially halfway through, and I can say the pieces have been picked up. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm all right now. I'm ready to do what I was supposed to do at the beginning of 2024, which is you fucking start taking off again. Like start making shit again. Start, saving money. Start getting financially stable. I'm back. Like finally. I don't know. It feels good. It feels good to say that. But I don't know. It's been so long since I've sat in my room and just recorded and yapped at a camera. This is nice. I love this. I mean, shit. The bridge has been done for how long? I just think I walked across this bridge like 6 times. I don't know. This is nice. This is nice. And I don't know what the format's gonna look like on this, whether it's uploaded strictly to my YouTube channel, Spotify, or whatever. But yeah, I just call this the shitty pilot because I don't know how to do a podcast. I don't know how to do a format like this, but I'll probably put this on the main channel. I don't know. If this is on the main channel, go watch the June trip vlogs because I'll probably talk about those in my next episode. Which I think I want to do these weekly. I don't know. We'll see. But hey, I made a little bridge. Wait, actually, you know what? Let's clean this up before we wrap this up. It is now 5:33. Bitch. Oh shit. Ooh, kill him. Ooh, ooh, he actually gonna kill me. Oh, dear God. That's fine. Spotify listeners don't worry about it. Anyways, what I was saying is I'm gonna fucking do this before. Oh, dear God, I fucking hate skeletons with every fiber of my being. Weave. Ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him. Ooh, ooh. Turn it. Ooh. Cool, we're good. Jesus. No, my axe. Where's my axe? Fuck. It's down there somewhere. I don't have armor yet. In case you're wondering, this is a world that I play on every Monday over on Twitch, twitch.tv/NateMGLive. We do Minecraft Mondays. It's kind of dope. But yeah, I won't do anything like crazy progression on these. I'll just like build shit. That's the main idea, right? Like just build shit and talk about shit. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do more of this. Yeah, I don't expect this to get many views at all. This is mainly for people who just want to sit down, hear me yap about my life struggles. That's about it. If you liked those month recaps, then you'll like these next projects I have coming up. And yes, I am gonna do gaming videos. Don't worry. Or maybe worry. I don't know. Maybe you don't want me doing gaming videos. Who knows? But I am gonna come back to doing gaming videos, and I am excited to doing it. Mainly I'm just uploading VODs over on the gaming channel, NateMGLive. So that's up. But I'll only really make videos on games that I really think are video worthy and might do well. But I really want to do more IRL shit. Like I've been saying this ever since I started YouTube, and I think this stems from Unasanas and watching them do like just dumb shit. I think Mark said one time, and yes, I know I've quoted Markiplier like 18 times in this podcast. He's an inspiration of mine. I get it. Shut up. But I think Mark said that Ethan and him could put a banana on a table and they could literally make a 10-minute video out of it. And that's the kind of like energy that I want to have. Like, I don't know. I want to do dumb shit like that. And I want to make dumb videos like that. Like as random as I possibly can. I don't know. I have a whole garbage bag list of shit that is like YouTube trash and I want to make it, but I have no friends. So we'll see. But yeah, bear with me if the editing is slow for these next couple of videos. I'm essentially restarting. So yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I started YouTube again. So new editing software, new me, long hair's back. Let's get it. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode and you want to see more like it, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, do whatever you guys got to do. Follow on Spotify. I don't know how this stuff works. Rise above, motherfuckers. And remember, you're human. And I will see you all in the next one. Adios. That felt good.